Good evening, everybody. This is Vonda Evans with another Positive Affirmations. And today, this episode is really for younger women. And I consider younger women anything that's less than 45, okay? The title of it is, You Cannot Miss What You Cannot Measure. Now, let me just say this to you. You in a relationship, okay? You got a boyfriend, you married, you got a fiance, and what? You get somebody telling you about, oh, your man is doing this, your man is doing that. Let me just say this to you, okay? If a man got a quarter in his pocket, it's going to be 5 females that got one penny in their pocket or a dime in their pocket telling him, listen, come get with me. If you attached, that ain't my problem. That's her problem. I'm going to be with you. Stop worrying about that. Okay, now if you get you a man that's broke, he trying to find somewhere to live. All he going to be able to do is love on you and be with you completely. Why? Because don't nobody else want to be with him. And the only thing he going to be able to do is just give you good sex. But when it come time to talk about a bill, he don't want to talk about that because he can't do nothing about that. You need to stay in your own lane. If you got a man who is paying your bills, helping you, paying your car note, paying your rent, paying your utilities, or one of many, okay? Now let's be real about that. You better just go ahead and stay in your lane and be like the horses and stop worrying what's to the left and what's to the right, because that ain't your business. And if he got all of that energy, when you cook, you make sure that he have the biggest pork chop or the biggest steak, because he got all that energy. If he going to be out here having all that sex with all these different women, he going to be needing it. Because guess what? He paying your bills and theirs, so make sure he get the biggest pork chop or the biggest steak, since he need extra protein since he got all of that energy. The only thing that you can control 2 things, your mind and your sex. And you ain't got to give that to nobody you don't want to. I don't care if you married. I don't care if you single or if you are in a committed relationship. You control that. The problem is you out of control because you worrying about what he doing with somebody else. You cannot miss what you cannot measure. Stop worrying about people like that. And let me tell you something. You know all your friends were, girl, I had to tell you because I didn't want you out here looking stupid. Let me tell you something. We are not in high school no more, okay? You need to tell them, honey, let me tell you something. If you want to talk about my man and what he doing, let me suggest what you need to do. Keep that to yourself, because ain't nobody concerned about that. Because half the women that is telling you about your situation, miserable, unhappy, ain't got no man, paying all the bills and wishing they was you. And here, what you gonna do? You gonna jump up off the throne, because what? Here, you got to make a lateral move. That's from here to here. That ain't from here to back here, okay? Now, before I'm going to divorce because he not going to do this. Let me tell you something. The rich men who want to be in a committed relationship, they live on Mars. They do not live on the earth, okay? I'm telling you, they don't. Because anytime a man got 50 cents in his pocket, it's going to be 100 women trying to get some of that 50 cent and 5 or 6 men too trying to get it. Stay in your lane. Stop worrying about people, what they doing. What you need to do is concentrate on you. Get control of your mind. Get control of your body. Make sure you take care of you. Stop worrying about what other people are doing. You can't live for nobody and you can't die for nobody. But to them busybodies, let me tell you what they'll do. Girl, you can come stay with me? Yes. And then let me tell you what you're going to end up doing. You're going to be in the chauffeur to their kids, taking their kids to dance. You're going to be cleaning their house. You're going to be in the maid. You're going to leave your castle and you're going to go be a maid to somebody else. Why? Because you're trying to prove a point. Girl, you need to sit on down with that, okay? Get your mind right, okay? Because let me tell you something. He ain't doing nothing that ain't nobody else doing, okay? So what you need to do is remember, you cannot miss what you cannot measure. Stop listening to them so-called friends who all in your business, who miserable, want to bring you down, want you to be sad, don't want you to be happy. Stay in your lane. Listen, let me tell you this. Remember this. 10% of something be 100% of nothing. And it's a whole bunch of nothings out here. It's about to get cold and they looking for somewhere to stay, somewhere to keep you warm. Oh, I wouldn't do you like that because you can't do me like that because you can't pay no bill. The only thing you can do is give me some good sex. That's about it. And that's the reality. Remember, you cannot miss what you can't measure. Listen, at the end of the day, They got to atone to their God for what they doing. So let me just say this to you. Keep your head up. Stop worrying about people, what they doing, whether they're your husband, your fiance, whatever. Listen, stay in your lane, and remember, you cannot miss what you cannot measure. Be blessed and have a great one.